Okay, so from the last module, you may have realized that the market you're in is probably not as fruitful as you want it to be. And looking at new markets can be challenging, it can be tough, and it can be nerve-wracking. So we want to make sure we get this right if we're identifying new markets we can venture into. And this is the strategy that allows you really to venture into any new market you want. I'm going to give you the data on this as to why this is actually the best way to do it. We've seen across all of our clients, the ones that actually find the candidates first, market these candidates to source new job orders, see the most success, just hands down. And there's a lot of data to prove this. So ultimately, the strategy would be if you're entering a new market, say for example, you're in tech and it's very slow, it's just inundated with competition, you don't want to be in there, for the next few years, maybe go back when the market's where you want it to be, but at the moment it just doesn't make sense. You're not going to get as much money as you want out of that market. But there's other markets, i.e. construction, logistics, supply chain, that are on fire right now for the same types of roles, and the roles have the same salary, if not higher, right? So what we're going to do is it all starts with finding the candidates. It doesn't start with marketing out our process or marketing anything about us, because ultimately as a recruiter, your offer is as strong as your candidate pool. So what we need to do is find some candidates first, right? Build a solid pool of candidates. This is exactly what you're good at, right? This is what you do on a day-to-day basis. So speak to some candidates in the new market that you want to go into, build up some resumes, build up some trust, build up, see who's looking for what, and just understand the market for a little bit, right? What we've seen is after vigorous testing, we found that a candidate-led approach to business development in any market converts higher than any other form of marketing, i.e. talking about yourself, talking about your process, talking why you're different, right? NPC campaigns just outperform everything else. It's just the truth. And we've got some data to back this up. This is not our data. This is various different sources. I've seen a study by Blue Atlas Marketing reports that NPC campaigns often achieve a cost per lead that is 20 to 30% lower than traditional methods. So you can cut your costs by 20 to 30% if you're not running NPC campaigns, right? Because you can get more targeted with it and not waste time on non-relevant audiences. You can also see that conversion rates are actually higher than typical traditional business development approaches, and your return on ad spend, if you're doing ad spend, will be higher, right? We're not asking you to do ad spend, we're doing cold outbound, but our return on investment on that cold outbound will be higher as well. So it all starts from building that candidate pool, but once you've started to build it, it's really simply time to start marketing them out to prospective clients, right? And we'll help you build these campaigns. But as we get these candidates, we want to build a specific targeted campaign to hiring managers in that area, that location, who would be interested in this specific candidate. And we use that to secure new job orders, and then of course fulfill for clients, find more candidates, and the cycle goes on, right? It's a positive feedback loop. So as we get more job orders and the ability to find more clients, our candidate pool will increase, which will allow us to market more candidates, etc., etc. This is really important to be considered before jumping into new markets, because as a recruitment agency, as I mentioned, the strength of your offer is dependent on the strength of your candidates. If you have no good candidates, no one's interested in your offer. It's just the truth, right? We explained in the last video how to optimize your offer and all these things, but it fundamentally does come down to how good your candidates are. So if you build the best pool possible, you'll stand the greatest chance of winning. So that's what we're going to do in new markets. We're going to find new candidates, we're going to market them, and create this self-fulfilling feedback loop of expanding into new markets. So I hope that's been helpful.